What are you doing? Why are you putting white socks on?
What do you mean?
The floor, white socks.
I think it's fine, like. 안녕하세요. 저는 슬기입니다. 이분은 저의 엄마입니다.
안녕하세요, 제니퍼입니다.
Today, we're going to be talking about some different cultures in Korea. So first of all, like, how's it been living in Korea so far?
I'm doing good.
How are you dealing with like adjusting to the culture, like the new way of life? Like, can you give any detail on that?
I feel like I'm doing pretty good, but I'm having a lot of difficulty learning the language, communicating. I think I just need to put more effort into studying.
Right. What are some things that you've changed since you lived here?
Well, we've talked about this before, but I've changed my exercise. I walk more. I eat more well-rounded here. So I was like more vegetables and like healthier. My family told me today that, but they couldn't believe that I've lost, I've done well losing weight. And I told them here it's been easy because I'm eating healthier.
Right. So you know that I'm leaving soon, right?
Don't remind me.
Don't remind you? Well, how do you feel about having to live in Korea alone? Do you think you'll be able to do it?
Yes, I'm nervous. I'm not going to lie. You speak Korean fluently. You know the culture better. Little things I'm nervous about. I won't have any family here, so if something goes wrong, I worry, like if I get sick or...
So, don't start crying. She's crying. No, it's okay. Okay. I'll be back in December. It's okay. I'm just going to miss my daughter.
It's been nice being here with her. I want her to be okay when she's in another country. I want her to be healthy and happy.
한국에 있을 때 같이 살아야 했으니까 내가 또 따로 사는 게 힘들대요.
I'm so proud of her because she's going to Johns Hopkins and making a good life. I'm just going to miss her. My most importance is her. I want her to be safe and healthy and happy.
So, are there any things so far that you haven't actually gotten used to when it comes to Korean culture?
One of the most interesting things is people take off their shoes here in the floor culture.
Whenever you saw people sitting like crisscross applesauce on the floor, what was your first reaction? Like, were you like, oh my god, what are they doing? Why are they sitting on the floor? Or were you just like, eh?
I'm just saying. I mean, I was curious of what they were doing, but then I thought, well, maybe that's just, their comfortable way of relaxing. Surprising to see eating, because I would think that's harder to do.
In the movie Minari, do you remember it? You haven't seen it, but you know what it's about?
Yes, I want to see it really bad, though.
Okay, so like at one point, the whole family's laying on the ground, laying together to fall asleep. Does that surprise you?
Not here, no.
Why?
Because I told you the lady that I first stayed with, a lot of times she would sleep on the floor and she had a big giant bed. I think that for some reason that seems to be like a comfort thing for the culture here. So no, it doesn't surprise me.
Why do you think they're able to sleep on the floor though?
Because the floor is so clean.
So because it's so clean, they can lay down without any issues, right?
They can eat and do things that, like...
So remember when we filmed that video where like I was walking around the house in white socks and you were like, so what are you doing to me about it? Why was that?
Because I thought, okay, your socks are gonna look terrible. They're gonna have dirt on them and they won't be white.
What are you doing? Why are you putting white socks on?
What do you mean?
The floor, white socks. You should wear gray socks like none.
I think it's fine. The floor's not that dirty. It's Korea. Like, floors are cleaner here than they are in America.
Oh, right, I forgot.
Okay, look. Even if I it's not dirty.
Oh my gosh, no, not in America, that would not be.
This would be black, probably.
Yeah, like, I mean, depending on what room you walked in, but I mean, because in America, remember, it used to be all the carpeted rooms. Those were the rooms you didn't walk in with your shoes on.
Right.
In most people's homes, it's all hardwood floor.
Right, that makes sense.
But I still think it's a really good idea to take your shoes off at the door. It keeps your floors a lot cleaner. It's just not something commonly done there.
Right.
However, if you remember, my grandparents did that.
Yeah.
They always made you take your shoes off at the door.
So our house, even though it's in Korea, it's not as clean as Korean houses should be.
Yes, but it's still, compared to the floors in America, yes, I think it's
Cleaner?
Yes, it's cleaner.
So if I wore white socks at our home in America, and just like wore them around the house, what do you think would happen to them?
They would be dirty.
I can literally remember you having white socks on, and the bottoms of them were black because people track things in with their shoes, whether it's carpet or it's hardwood.
I do think people are being more conscious about trying to take your shoes off at the door, but as a whole, people are still pretty not compliant with that, I guess.
I think we only really don't wear them in the bedroom.
It used to be the rule was don't wear your shoes where carpet is. In America, everybody used to have carpeted rooms, so that would be like, that's the good rooms, don't walk in those rooms. But now a lot of people have put hardwood floors and they're easy to clean. So people will wear their shoes because then you can just go and wipe it up, yeah.
Another reason people lay on the floor here is something that we actually have at our own house in Korea. Something that we use in the winter. Do you remember what
Floor
it is?
heating.
Yeah, ondol.
Yeah, ondo, which I really like.
When you first came to Korea, were you surprised by this technology?
Yeah, to be honest, I thought it was newer. Like I thought it was a newer type of technology, but then John told me that it's something that has been around for a long time.
They use furnaces to heat up
Yeah.
water, and the water goes under the floorboards, heats everything up. So one of the other reasons people sleep on the floor is in the winter, it's actually warmer to be on the floor than on the bed, which is the opposite from America, right? We want to avoid the floor at all costs during the winter. Do you like ondol?
Oh, I love it. Why? Because I think that one, it's more cost efficient, and I think it warms the room up faster. Heat naturally rises from bottom to top, so I think it just heats your house or your home warmer, quicker, and it doesn't dry your skin out. I wish we did more of it in America.
I've only been to one like really old house in America
Yeah,
that had it.
but
So one time I went to Yeji's house, right? I got there and there weren't enough beds for me, Yeji, and Yeji's other friend. One of us was told to sleep on the floor, or we could all sleep on the floor. And I was like, you're gonna make me sleep on the floor? Do you think that would be your response? So now I understand why, but back then I didn't. So I was like, I'm your guest, you're making me sleep on the floor? How would you feel in that situation?
I would be respectful and say, okay.
Yeah, me too,
but I wouldn't be looking forward to it. Even now, even with the floor being clean, I like a bed.
Yeah,
I'm a
I
bed
don't think I
person.
could be a floor sleeper. I like a firm bed. Floor is a whole nother
No,
story.
a floor, I would not be able to get comfortable.
You know how we like used to sit in front of the fireplace at home during the winter? I think for Korean families, the similar thing is like laying on the ground.
I mean, now even like I think about like, you know, when we would have like sleepovers, it's very common to like have a sleeping bag and everybody gets in the sleeping bag and sleeps in those. But if you think about it, a lot of times I would end up going and getting on the couch or going into bed. I like that feeling.
Right.
I'd have to be really tired to fall asleep on the floor.
I think I've definitely done it.
I think I've done it too, but I just think that where we have always slept in beds and stuff like that, you know, my back would not feel well if I slept on the floor all night long.
So in America, you know, sometimes like families sleep together. We do that, but we don't do it all the time, and we definitely don't do it on the floor. So what do you think about Korean families making it like a regular habit in the summer to sleep with like the fan on in the middle of the floor all together, or in the winter to sleep together with the ondol on? Do you think that's like completely foreign, or do you understand it, or?
No, I understand it. In a way, it's kind of endearing though, because if you think about it now, a lot of families, because of phones and things like that, everybody kind of goes their own way. You go in your room, they go in the TV room, dad's in his room, you know. I think if you all fall asleep, then you can have like conversation when you're all laying there together talking. I don't think I could lay it, like I said, the floor would be hard to sleep on, but I can understand why they do it, because I think that it would be nice to have that time with your family, bonding time to talk.
After hearing all of this, would you want to sleep with me on the floor in our living room?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Okay, let me tell you what she sleeps, because sometimes I will fall asleep. We fall asleep together. She takes her legs and like freaking like wraps you in like a death grip. So, and if you even move, she's like, go to sleep. She doesn't like to be woke up. I don't think she would be pleasant for either one of us.
Also, the cats like bring cat litter around the house. If we slept on the floor, we'd wake up with cat litter in our hair.
I do think that we would wake up with the cat sleeping on us.
오늘은 저는 엄마랑 한국 생활 어떤지 물어봤는데요. 영상이 좋으셨다면 구독, 라이크
Like,
눌러주세요. 감사합니다.
감사합니다. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.